What's good, Lifestyle Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be looking at a video from Brother Anton Daniels. Now, keep in mind, this is following the after the election. And y'all, this is crazy. Apparently, CNN is going to be laying off a lot of their workers. Specifically, a lot of their online talent or on-air talent. Because of the massive drop in their views. But I want to actually shout out something, and this is due to a lot of independent creators that aren't tied to any particular network or news media. So it's gonna be to like people. It's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna give the credit to people like Anton, Daniels, Phil and his channels, and a whole host of other channels. I'm gonna say shout out to them because they're the ones that are more tuned to the ground instead of major news networks like MSNBC or CNN or Fox News. A lot of these independent channels are more connected to the grassroots of things. But I want you guys to take a look at this and see what's going on with CNN. And again, shout out to Anton and shout out to all the other major news channels, specifically channels by independent creators. But let's go ahead and hear what Anton got to say.
What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. CNN is now laying off hundreds, if not thousands, and they're blaming it specifically on election day ratings. But I don't think that that's the full story. I'm going to break it down for you today. And I think that a lot of these media companies are going to start being swallowed up because we already know traditional newspapers is upended. And if not for somebody like the billionaires over at the LA Times and Jeff Bezos over at Amazon buying the Washington Post, we wouldn't even be having a conversation about traditional media and newspapers, let alone the CNNs of the world. I think that the MSNBCs, they're going to be upended. And what we've known as traditional media is going to go similarly the way of record labels. But let's break it down. Let's get into the article a little bit. It goes into ratings challenge. CNN is reportedly set for a major bloodbath with boss Mark Thompson expected to lay off high-priced on-air talent as a part of a wide range of layoffs. The cable network, which lagged behind rivals MSNBC, Fox News during last week's election night coverage, will implement layoffs that will impact hundreds of employees across the organization. Thompson, who took over last year after the ouster of Chris Litch, will cull personnel from CNN's television production teams whose talents won't necessarily be needed in the new digital-first landscape. The new digital-first landscape. We already seen this coming a mile away, and I've been telling my bag chasers inside of the Patreon that it's important for them to prepare themselves for this landscape that is going to be ever-changing, and those that are at the forefront of it and create great content and have great commentary and has mastered their craft are going to be the ones that capitalize and benefit off of this real new opportunity economy. So you can't just entirely blame it on election night. Election night is a small piece of the pie. This has been coming for a long time, and everybody see the writing on the wall. It says the network's workforce is reported to be coping with an atmosphere of high stress and high anxiety. Well, that can only come from a lack of options and being able to find an opportunity, because what you do for a living is going to be upended. So the producers, the camera people, all of those people, they getting them up out of there.
You know what this actually says? a lot of these people were banking on a lot of YouTubers not making it big. And what do I mean by this? People like Philip Scott and his different channels, and a whole host of other channels out there. I can't really name them all. But a lot of these people thought that these people were not going to get the ear of a lot of people. So what happened was these people were banking on legacy media being at the forefront of everything, but they got uprooted. And think about it like this. As YouTubers, Who really gets most of the views? Is it legacy media or is it independent creators that aren't biased towards left or right politics? Think about it. And then also, when it comes to major news network or major cable and apps and streaming apps, who do you think got the bulk of that? Places like Hulu, Netflix, Amazon Prime. Those different apps got news, not news, got they got the cable news views, and then you started to see cable news start to go away. Spectrum, excuse me, Spectrum, AT&T, different companies like that, they still offer cable, but you don't see many people getting cable like that unless it's for the games. And then even then, you can still watch the games on Amazon Prime. But still, it's the way everything is going. Independent creators are starting to become more popular because they don't have a biased opinion towards any political party. And as far as I'm concerned, Philip Scott, he covers both left and right news and also news going on in the community. I don't find out nothing about what's going on until I watch a video from him, or if a news article pop up on my phone. That's when it'd be like, okay, so this is what's going on. I don't listen to CNN or Fox or MSNBC. I don't. And the people that's on there that are on camera, they have a bias towards things. They don't actually look at and listen to what people are actually talking about. They're making $10-20 million on just being a TV personality, but they don't have an actual ear to the ground to actually see what's going on. I'm more connected to you guys than they are because the thing is, I get my views from you guys, and I actually know what's going on because I'm building myself up. But still, even though Philip Scott's got over 1 million subscribers on one of his channels, he's still connected to the ground because you guys pay his salary. People like Joy Reid and all those different people that's on the news, Anderson Cooper, all of those people, they're surrounded by an echo chamber of people. They don't listen to what the actual people on the ground is saying. They read from a teleprompter. What they put on that teleprompter is what your ass better read. And if you got anything else to say, like Joy Reid, because she about to get fired in a couple months, you gotta figure out, you gotta say what they say on that damn teleprompter. You better not go off script. And if you go off script, that's your ass. That's basically what it's saying.
Thompson, a former CEO of New York Times and the BBC, may also demand deep cuts to massive salaries raked in by its struggling primetime stable of anchors. Struggling is the key word here, meaning that they're not pulling in the numbers to justify their salary, and this is what true capitalism is. What true capitalism is that in order for you to be able to pay them these high salaries, and I think that they were overpaid, even Anderson Cooper himself when he was talking to Charlemagne and Angela Rye, said that he was overpaid, and so I hope they're willing to take a pay cut. Anderson Cooper in particular is said to be making as high as $20 million. Burnett makes $6 million. Collins takes home a more budget-friendly $3 million. I think Collins has recently retired and left. But you can't justify paying these people 20 and 6 and 3 when they're not bringing in the numbers. Now, if they had bring in the numbers and the advertisers and all of that type of stuff, then that would be one thing. But if they can't bring in the numbers, then you have to minimize and make this a smaller operation. Signs of change were apparent on Monday after Chris Wallace confirmed he was leaving CNN. Oh, Chris Wallace confirmed that he was leaving CNN. Okay. Ending a 3-year stint at the network that was marred by low ratings and turmoil in its corporate board. Last month, the independent newsletter The Ankler reported that Thompson would ask Wallace, who was earning a reported $8.5 million annually, as well as other top stars of the network, such as Jake Tapper and Wolf Blitzer, to take pay cuts. You know it's the beginning of the end. And you can never fix a network by saying, hey, everybody take less of a salary. You got to start having a conversation about the type of content that you're putting in, as well as the landscape in which you exist in. Because now it's similar to ESPN, right? People will rather watch Mace and Cam, it is what it is, than watch ESPN, right? People would rather watch Dream Pro, right? They want to watch independent people, and it is now a kill or be killed. And if you are not a good content creator, or I don't care if you're on a major network or not, I don't care how many subscribers that you have, and you can't pull in the numbers, you can't pull in the advertisers, you don't understand the consumer, you are going to be swallowed up.
You know, and I understand that point because even like with me, I know when I cover certain topics and stuff, I don't get as many viewers. And the thing is like I need to actually what I need to do is I need to actually go through and look at my different algorithm and stuff and see what people are actually watching, so I can actually start covering more of that stuff. But for the most part, I understand what Anton's saying. I have to move inside of a groove. That's basically what you got to do. These people's views are dropping off, like mine. So I'm saying this too. Those people's views are dropping off because they can't, because they're not listening to what people want. Hell, and the thing is like my second channel is starting to get more viewers. So so I know that's what people want. If my second channel is doing, the thing is, I mainly did this as a test bed, see what people want. I started going political and stuff like that over here on this channel, and then I started continuing the same content I was doing on the secondary channel. So now I'm starting to understand what's going on. But these people aren't willing to do that.
As a part of Thompson's reorganization plan, CNN will ask reporters and correspondents to assume more of the responsibility that are currently being handled by producers and production assistants, meaning that you are going to have to handle it all yourself. You are basically going to become the same as me, a streamer. CNN will do away with redundant assignments while either reducing or outright eliminating various divisions, according to Puck. Earlier this year, CNN laid off about 100 employees, or 3% of its workforce. The expected changes come amid paltry ratings for the network on election day, which you then can't ask advertisers for a bag. A day that is historically dominated. CNN had just 5.1 million viewers in a prime time last Tuesday night, according to the Nielsen data, and that is on TV. That has nothing to do with the digital market. Fox News, which shares common ownership with the Post, reeled in 10.3. Wow, more than double. Viewers from 8 to 11 Eastern time on Tuesday. MSNBC's coverage anchored by Rachel Maddow averaged 6 million. I heard that Rachel Maddow and MSNBC, they on the chopping block too, but you heard it here first. We'll talk about it later. 6 million viewers to best CNN for the first time in history. Goes on to say in 2016, CNN had an audience of 13 million viewers on election day. In 2016, 8 years ago, when Trump first won, CNN spokesman touted the network's cross-platform audience of 44 million, which includes 14 million who streamed coverage on its digital platforms and CNN Max. The network also noted that 67 million people visited CNN.com over the course of election day. Listen, it's over. It's over. It's over. They're not going to be able to survive. They're not going to be able to run up a bag. They're not going to be able to take advantage of people and consumers. And so now what you're going to start seeing is a culling, and it's going to be a slow death for a lot of these places that cannot adjust to the times. The people that need to get their resumes together. I'm hiring. I put it out on the Millionaire Morning Show a couple days ago. I'm looking for a producer. You're going to have to work, but I'm paying good salaries. You're going to have to grind. We are a digital first platform that is absolutely going to 100% take advantage of the fact that, it's a change in landscape and we know what we're doing. And we built it from the ground up. We completely independent. And I think that most people are going to have to go independent in order for them to survive. You see what's happening with Don Lemon and all of that stuff. Yeah, they got to go completely independent. And so I hope they got their bag stacked up. The days of them making $20 million is over unless you building it up and you get a bag like a Pat McAfee or a Shannon Sharp or something like that, and you can operate independently and then show your value, and then they come in and then they pick you up as a correspondent or as a platform itself. That's
I want to show you something. Club Shay Shay. I'm going to show you guys something. Club Shay Shay. I want to show you guys something. And Shannon Sharp has 3,630,000 subscribers. Okay, this man has almost 1 billion views on his channel. Almost 1 billion. Damn, he fucking blew up quick, but it's Shannon Sharp. But I want you to see this too. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. almost has 1 million subscribers. And Stephen A. has almost 200 million views. Okay? Now look at this. CNN. CNN has 17 million.
We begin 200 with breaking news and
200 views. But I want you to look at this. They've got they got almost 17 billion views. Okay? Now check this out. For Shannon Sharp to be starting 2020, it has almost 1 billion views. Has less videos than CNN. And he started in 2020. He's already almost at a billion views. Now with time, he's going to gain more and more views, more and more viewers, more and more subscribers. And he's going to start running up a bag. Hell, he's already got a bag, but still. This proves that going independent is going to be the way of the future. Because the major news networks are getting the same amount of competition for your eyes as an independent producing content. And granted, these are in two different segments. So Shannon Sharp's more entertainment, this is news, but still, the fact still remains relevant. You can make more as an independent than you can at a major news network, and that's because the major news network, you got to think about, you got to pay the producers, you got to pay all these different people, you got to do all this different stuff just to make it, just to produce a show. Whereas you're an independent, you're making your own money based upon the shit that you're doing. Now, let me see if I can pull up my channel, this channel specifically. Okay. If my computer actually runs a little bit better. So, we can all, okay. So it's going to bullshit me. Okay. So let's do this. Let's start up another. Yep, I got to build this damn thing. But let's go ahead and do this. Okay. Since we're... Okay, so these broads is going crazy. But let's look at this. So this is my channel, okay? I got 6,620 odd thousand views, subscribers, but I'm at 1,000,005 views. I have 1.5 million views on this channel, and I've amassed that within this year alone. I'm making money because I'm getting views, but I'm gonna also start doing a reset, and I'm actually start going back to what people actually are looking for. Guys, it's time that you stop looking at legacy media and start doing your own thing and start listening to your content creators and also start producing your own content. Because the way that, like I said, the way that things are going, you ain't gonna be able to do. You as a content creator, you'll be able to make more money doing your own thing instead of actually worrying about what a major news network is saying. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to channel, support the podcast at Spotlight.com. I will catch you guys on the flip side. And I will see you guys later. Jesus Christ. This damn computer is right here. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys.